Hi, everybody. Welcome to my program, Exposed by Gabriel Perez. I just, a few minutes ago, I just made a couple of videos, one in Spanish, another one in English, towards the cataclysms, the end of the world, how the world can end. Now, I'm going to talk about, how some movies depict the end of the world. There is about 26 movies that maybe is going to be interesting in talking about these movies. And obviously, I'm going to mention the names of the movies, the titles, and a little bit of description of each movie, how they say, or they depict the end of the world. So just a second, please. There's been quite a few movies that talking about the end of the world. Could be in the way that the Earth is destroyed, completely the planet, or life on Earth. Okay, so let's talk about some of the movies about how the world is going to end according to these movies, the screenplay, the director, all these things. Let's take a look. Okay, one of the movies that we want to talk about it, is Mad Max. If you check it out about the Mad Max movies, back in 1979, with Mel Gibson, a very young Mel Gibson, talking about a futuristic, especially what is called Mad Max 2, or the Road Warrior, is narrates the how ex-police officer is in Australia after World War III, and the people that are surviving just are, like rebels and motorcycles, and there is still fighting for the gasoline, all like that, but there is no law, there is no any more governments, nothing like that. Another one is maybe not all of you saw this movie. It's called Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's about some type of plants that are coming from another space, from another planet. And obviously, when they grab you, these plants, in some way or another, they possess your mind and all your body to do things, and this is still, and this is happening, all over the world. It's about extraterrestrials plants, that in some way or another are, um, um, let's say, possessing the bodies of people. This movie is in 1978. Deep Impact is another movie in 1998. It's with Morgan Freeman as a president. Narrates how an asteroid is on course on Earth, and obviously they send a space shuttle to destroy it. Trying to land on the asteroid and put some nuclear bombs. Let's call it like that. And that's the way this movie ends. That it managed the nuclear bombs, that were put on the asteroid to destroy the asteroid and making more small particles. Another movie that catch my attention, to me is about, let's see. There is a few movies about the Greenland. Greenland is another movie. It's, I believe, 2 years ago with Gerard Butler, the star of 300 and the Phantom of the Opera and other movies. About, again, narrates how an asteroid is coming towards Earth, is heading the course towards Earth, and there's no ways to stop it because there is many particles, small asteroids, small, not really that small, that are hitting on Earth, and the big one is going to hit on Earth. And a few people is in some way or another selected to be put on bunkers around the world and save their lives, like doctors, engineers, scientists, all like that. Most people will die. "28 days later" or 28 weeks later, it's about zombies movies. How, I mean, I remember back in the late 1960s that, or even the 1970s, that some zombie movies narrates how, this type of zombies were like diabolical, like from evil spirits, something like that. Now, modern zombies is more as in a science side. For example, in some what could be uh, a biological weapon, could be a chemical weapon that can contribute to change people into zombies. And this is not really science fiction. You can tell that there is one drug is coming from China, and it's been shown as a candy or something like that, very dangerous. It's called I just want to try to remember the name of this movie that in somewhere or another convert people into zombies. Let me take a look quickly, and we're going to see how this drug is called. Flaca drug. Flaca drug is the name of this drug. It's made in China, and when the person takes this drug, it starts running around, hitting the walls, hitting cars, and everything like that. And like I said, I don't know how long it takes to convert a person into an animal or a zombie, but science has advanced too much in the good way and the wrong way as well. But like I say, it's very important to acknowledge that great nations, like China, United States, Russia, are capable maybe of have biological weapons, chemical weapons, and convert people into zombies and destroy each other. So this is not really like a science fiction anymore. No, could be possible. That's why there is a lot of movies like this. It's like predicting that this could happen in the future. One of these movies is called World War Z, one of the last ones with Brad Pitt as a star. That all people, is converting themselves in zombies, and they bite you, and it takes about 12 seconds to convert you into a person that will not discriminate, just go into you and bite you. So they will convert you into a zombie. And obviously there is a lot of movies, a lot of movies that depicts the end of the world. Most of the movies that did not depict the end of the world of the planet. Let's say like an explosion that the planet will disappear. No, it's talking there. Mostly these movies is talking about the end of the world, all the living things that will not survive on Earth. And if they survive, it's going to be because there is an arcs, like the ones depicted in the movie 2012, or bunkers as well, But I remember many years ago, there was a book talking about space stations, or colonies in the outside uh, on Earth, let's say that can have maybe 10,000 people on these colonies, but there's simply not the money to do that. They build a space station, and they can have a few astronauts there, but not something like a colony. Maybe they have the technology, but not the money to build a colony that will can have about 10,000 people. It will cost billions and billions and billions of dollars. It will need maybe 30 or 40 space shuttles to bring all the parts, towards space. Hundreds of people working on it. Just imagine it takes years or a couple of years to build a big building or something like that. Just imagine something in the space. It will be more difficult to do. So yes, science has advanced a lot, but there is things that cannot be done. Like, for example, they can travel maybe to the moon, but going into Mars will be very difficult. I mean, still nobody knows how if a human being is being capable of have sleeping for weeks or 2-3 months before they arrive to Mars. I mean, who's going to take his chance? Who knows? So all these movies right now, like I say, the last one with Gerard Butler, it's called Greenland, that some people are saved with bunkers. And this is the last movie about the destruction of life on Earth. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to make another video with a different points of view regarding other type of